holding a baby, calling 911. He's getting like tended to. If this old man dies right next to me, that's such a Shannon story. But good morning. So I didn't set an alarm today, but my body was like 7:30, let's go. So I was up, but I stayed in bed trying to watch TikTok and stuff. So the past week I was house sitting for Maggie, and it was just so nice to be in a girl environment. Although Scott has his stuff together. Like, there are framed pictures on the wall. I think it's just the apartment. Like, it's a little musty in here. Not a lot of sunlight. So being like a nice girly house was amazing. Because I originally was just gonna stay till Wednesday. I stayed like 10 days. Also, she has a washer and dryer. So yeah, a big selling point. All right, so I had nothing on the docket today. Maggie did just text me though. Satin is playing beach volleyball and they're gonna go watch. So I'm gonna go watch, and it's an easy walk down there. Outfit a little out of my comfort zone. So just a bra top from Old Navy. The toilet is so loud. And then this purple Athleta skirt, I would say. It has the built-in shorts. Then the skirt, super cute. I'm just, you know, if I sit down, I don't know what's gonna happen, but little out of my comfort zone. I thought when I grabbed this, I thought I had gotten my Abercrombie sports bra with the V-neck. It's the best sports bra, and it looks like an actual top, and your boobs look amazing. But in the haste I was packing in, this is what I got. A little more sun protection, so we're good. Oh, I'm so sorry about this lighting, by the way. I just loaded on some sunscreen because I did not on 4th of July. My boobs right here, purple, not even red, they're purple. Shockingly, they haven't bubbled, but I did go to town with the aloe. So I think I'm safe this time, but I really need to be better about my sun protection. So this is what I'm wearing. My boobs feel, I don't know, I don't love my boobs in this. I want good boobs. So this is what we're getting, and we're gonna go to the beach. So my brother told me about a breakfast burrito place by his apartment, and then so I walked there thinking I'd get a burrito, then go to the beach. It is only a drive-through place, so I stood there like in the parking lot like, ugh. And there's another place I could go to, but we're good. I'll just go to the beach and I'll get lunch after.
That's a nice one.
All right, I'm back. It's 1 p.m. I have an acai bowl. I think last time I saw you, the the burrito place is actually a drive-through, so I did not get a burrito, so I was super hungry. So this is good right now. I'm going to drink a full gallon of water. I was thinking about going to Balboa. Oh, did I get burned again? Anyways, this was super cute. I do not know why it didn't occur to me to put on a swimsuit to go to the beach. Thought never crossed my mind. I think I knew because I was walking there. I'm like, I need some kind of short. Also, this is gonna sound like the dumbest thing. The driveway for this apartment complex is right here. So all day I watch, especially from working at this desk, I just watch people, you know, go about, and I kept seeing people with like towels and floaties and all this stuff, but they're all going that way. And I'm like, is there another beach back this way? It just occurred to me. There's a pool here. And I knew that because I've been in this pool. So I don't know why I didn't think like, oh, everyone going this way with a floaty and a towel is going to the pool. So my brain is not working. I am dirty as hell though. So I was playing with Layla in the sand. She wanted to be buried. And then I went to go fill up the pail with more water. She came down with me, but she did not want to touch the water. So I have sand on my back. I have sand in my pockets. I have sand in the seams here. It is everywhere. There's someone right there. So another shower is in order. I figured I'd rot on the couch for a little bit, and then we'll see if I make it to Balboa. If not, there's always tomorrow. But I will drag myself out of the house at some point today. Maybe, again, either Balboa or I'll go downtown, get some more food. Okay, ladies, I look like a light bulb, so that can only mean one thing. I found a cycle bar in San Diego. So after, what, a good 3 weeks of basically only walking is my activity, we're gonna work out. And every time I try a new cycle bar, I literally die. So I'm prepared to die. But I will tell them up front that I've done this before because I don't want that like attention. But every cycle bar is different. So this might have different bikes, different shoes. So I am here. It's said to get here 20 minutes early. I am a good 50 minutes early. Also, I didn't think I'd get a parking spot. Like, I took in every factor before I got here, so I can just sit here and relax for a good while. Minor mishap. Getting out of Scott's super tight driveway, insert perverted joke here. I dented the front bumper. It's not even a bumper, like, so I like fully dented the car. So I need to grovel at Maggie's feet today. Just give them my credit card. It's not huge, but like I am responsible for your car while I'm using it, and I chipped the paint. So, there should be, okay, you know how there's a backup camera? There needs to be a camera on the front of the car as well. And I was being so cautious because the wall on the driveway is really tight on this side. So I was like really cautious of this, and I hit the other front bumper. So I thought I was being overly cautious. Apparently I wasn't cautious enough. So I'm going to give her car back today and then just Uber everywhere going forward because I think it's just more cost effective. Okay. Maybe a better lighting situation. I am so afraid that the blinds are just gonna fall right on the camera, and then the sink is right there. Like, I'm just asking for it. The spin class was amazing. My instructor was Audra, amazing playlist. So I'm hoping they sent us the playlist. Sometimes Cycle Bar does that, sometimes they don't. I got 10th in the class overall, so I'm very happy with that. And then there was 2 races that I was top 3 in, so I'm very happy with that. Cycle Bar does take your age, height, weight, and gender into account, and I didn't make a profile with this studio, so I don't know what the metrics were, but I was kicking ass, so I'm happy with my output today. So again, I was gonna go out to Balboa, and I'm just lazy. I'll just say it. I am lazy. So that's not gonna happen today, and this also just gives me more time to research like what restaurant I wanna eat at when I do go. So I'll probably just take like an Uber next Sunday, do it then. And then tonight, I'm going to a sound bath. Very woo-woo, very crunchy, but when you live in a hippie town, I feel like you gotta do it. So I paid $22 for it. Luckily, my brother does yoga and stuff, so he has a mat here, so I'll just take that. And it's pretty much like, I looked at the Instagram of ones from the past. It's on the cliffs, and we'll just lie down and she'll do the sound bath thing. So I figured I'd try it. So I've showered, put on just like sweats, gonna bring the car back to Maggie's, grovel at her feet for denting the front. We'll see how that goes. I'm kind of like just putting it off because I've been showered and done for like 2 hours, but like that initial like, hey, I hit a curb with your car conversation, I don't know how I'm gonna start that. So yeah, procrastinating, but I'm straight up just gonna give them my credit card and be like, whatever needs fixing here, like, you know, but it's not a fun conversation to have. Am I gonna focus? Okay, that went a lot better than expected. I literally just got a text from Maggie. She goes, scratches are nothing. Wait, no, it was really nice. What was it? Scratches are nothing, as Lady A says. That's what bumpers are for. So, we good, but I also was like, again, my chase card is yours if you want it. But she did have touch-up paint already, so good to know going forward. But I don't think I'll be borrowing their car again, although now, the couple of times I did park on the street, and it's a lot easier than I thought it would be, because when I hear street parking, I think of going to Keith's or Danielle's and just like circling forever, but it's not bad here. It's nice to have your own parking spot at this apartment complex, but like getting out of this driveway is an actual nightmare, so it's just not worth it to me. But yeah, we're good. We're good. That takes a big load off my shoulders. So yeah, I guess I'll clean. It's insane how dirty I am for being one person and living out of a suitcase. Like, it looks like I just went blam with clothes over here. But I'll clean up. What time is it? It is 3:09. And my sound bath is at 6 or 7. So I have a nice, easy, lazy Sunday. And then I think I get to do my favorite thing, which is lie on my back on a yoga mat. So, good. Okay, I just finished my sound bath. It was really cool. We also got to leave and take the flowers that we were like encircled in a thing of flowers. It was really nice. But I took some eucalyptus to put in the shower and just the purple ones because I thought they were cute. Yeah, you basically just get to lie down, do a little breath work, but it was really cool. I would definitely do it again. very zen vibes, very opposite of my kind of personality, but everyone was very welcoming. Like, I got a hug the second I got there, so very cool experience. Now, part of me is like, since you're out on a walk, you should get ice cream, which I did the other night, but also I don't really have hands to hold it. I am coming up on it though, so we'll see. Confession, I did walk all the way to the ice cream place, but there's a huge line, so I'll watch the sunset instead. Good morning, it's Wednesday. I have not left the apartment at all. Have not seen sunlight. I got 9 total steps on my phone. Have not left the apartment for 2 days. So I do have a lot of work still to do, but I was like, I need to leave the house. So it's 8 a.m. I'm gonna get a breakfast burrito, stuff my face, work the rest of the day. I've had the past 2 days from hell, so it seems to have lightened up, but I'm not gonna, press my luck. Okay, still a grease ball, and I did work like 9 hours today. Still not great, but it should get better from here. I'm going to the farmer's market. There's always something really greasy to eat. I'm not that hungry, but I will get called to some block of cheese. Holy shit, guys. This jacket was a bad idea. So let me take this off first because I am melting. But, okay. What I'm wearing now, I love this skirt. It's from Athleta. It has the shorts. It's great. It only looks good with a crop top. And I was wearing this and I wasn't about to bust out a crop top because this untucked, I look just like weirdly religious. I don't know. But I did wear this with a crop top the other day at the beach, and now I have a tramp stamp sunburn on my back. Can you even see it? It's so bad. And it hurts like a bitch. But other than that, still a greasy mess. I am internally cooking. I went to the farmer's market. I did not get the produce that I set out to get, but I did get pad thai, so I'm happy about that. I also got 3 brookies, so brownie cookies. One has peanut butter, one is a cookie, one has Oreos, and then the other one is a magic bar. I was gonna say, they'll probably all be gone by tonight, but I'm gonna try and pace myself. But very jazzed about pad thai. There are so many things to choose from. It literally was Sophie's choice. I did the up and down a couple times. I gotta check my steps. But like 2 weeks ago, I had the giant grilled cheese. In October, I had chicken over rice. But it's all like that like filthy food truck kind of food. So fun little thing to do every Wednesday if you can get out of the house and not melt. All right, I'm gonna put a fan in my crotch and eat my pad thai. Okay, my friends, the universe is testing me. I had a big cry about this last night. I just feel like so many things are going wrong, and it cultivated yesterday. This is my #1 gross out trigger, so maybe skip ahead a minute if toenails gross you out. Last night I'm sitting at my desk, I'm working, and I'm even trying to figure out how I did this, but I guess I had my foot behind me and I released it. The velocity was so fast and I hit the edge of the desk. Big toenail, cracked like a spider web. And again, this is my #1 gross out. I'm trying not to like puke, just talking about it. So it hurt a little, but the fact that I had to look at it made me just burst out into tears. And I was like, why is all this bad stuff happening to me? I don't get it. I don't get it. I physically cannot look at it. I have paper towels wrapped around my foot, then a sock over it. I guess I'm gonna go to urgent care today, or find a podiatrist, get it taken care of. I looked at like certain remedies and it was like, you know, clean it off and then maybe put some, like have a nail salon, put some glue on it, but I think it's so fucking far gone. I think I need a full nail removal. Also, my insurance is so bad that I'm essentially going in uninsured. So I'm fully prepared to pay out of pocket for whatever's gonna happen to me. I'm just hoping I can find a doctor today. I was looking last night at like 8:30 p.m. and a lot of them closed at 8, so I couldn't go last night. I'm not gonna go to the ER. So I'm hoping someone can squeeze me in today. Urgent cares might be able to do this procedure, but might also just send me to a podiatrist, and I just want to call ahead and see if people have openings today, because I don't want to waste my time sitting in an urgent care for them to just send me somewhere else, you know, and also pay for urgent care. So, make some calls, but I was like, really? Like, what else can happen? I already killed a fish, crashed a car, and now this? Like, the universe is testing me. Okay, guys, it is the next day. By the grace of Jesus Christ himself, I was able to find a podiatrist. I did go through my insurance first and found who they would cover. I'm still gonna get a huge bill, I know this, but I did find someone today. I did have to call like 6 different offices, but I was seen. He took a look at it. I was just squirming just because it's so gross. It is so gross. It wasn't painful, but it's gross. And I was like, let's just take it off. He's like, okay. So yeah, they did some local anesthesia, some freezing stuff. He's like, you can like watch YouTube on your phone or something, but I was talking to the nurse about like Halloween and Comic-Cons and stuff. And he was really nice. Everything went very well. They did let me see the toe and the nail. I did take pictures. I will not put them here. But yeah, your girl had a medical intervention. But yeah, it's taken care of. There's a lot of wrapping on my toe right now. Good thing I went to the beach already and put my feet in the water and feet in the sand, because I cannot do that for the rest of the trip. He said just to take Tylenol, put Neosporin on it. I'm personally just gonna take a Xanax to come down from everything that happened. It's a little painful right now, I think, again, just the pressure. But yeah, more grossed out than anything, but it's gone. But he's like, you should wear shoes inside. And you know what? There's always people that come for you that they don't want shoes in their house. But like, baby, I'll show you pictures. I will be wearing shoes in your home. I'll buy separate home shoes, but my toes will be covered at all times. Hopefully the worst is over. I'm gonna finish up some work, and then I think I deserve a taco and a margarita. And also it's Mega Millions Day, so I'm gonna go buy a lottery ticket, because I was gonna say I can only get up from here, but I said that to someone once and she broke her teeth right off. So hopefully things go up from here. I'm so ugly, oh my God. Ah! Hopefully things go up from here. Again, you can only laugh about these things. Kind of like when my gallbladder came out, my grandma died, and I was a fender bender all in the same week. The only thing to do was laugh. So, it's over, we did it, all right. Okay, I finally painted my face and I look kind of normal. So I do need to leave the house and get like Tylenol, Advil, more Neosporin, Band-Aids, the works, deodorant, obviously. And I'm like, if I'm leaving the house, I might as well go get a margarita. And I did put on my Insta story today, like, I got a minor body part removed, please send margarita money. And some of you actually did, so Bailey, you know you're my girl. So thank you if you did. In hindsight, you know. And one of my camp friends sent something. So I'm getting, you know, a few donations, which is very kind. I was kind of joking, but kind of not, but don't worry, I will drink those margaritas. I don't know if I can do the 10-minute walk into town. I'm thinking of getting like an Uber for down the street. And then I'm in town. Then I think I can make it down the block to the bar. We will see. Honestly, it's so hot in here. I'm like, my internal temperature is like 900. It's only like 75 outside. I don't know why it's so hot in here. Anyways, that's the plan. I don't really want to go to the bar with a Target bag, but I feel like that's the order in which I should do it. So that's the plan. It feels like there's still something there. That's why I'm like so cautious when I step on things. It's just the nerves are, you know, they were exposed and toyed with today. That's what's hurting. There's like a good pressure on my toe. I don't know if I should walk. I probably won't. I'll get an Uber. Oh my God, it is so hot in here. So I just got home. I am very proud of myself for leaving the house, going out. Did not speak to a human soul other than my waitress, but like, I went out, I got drunk, my foot is numb. I walked home, so I'm drunk enough to walk home on a swollen foot. Part of me, as I was walking home, I passed a few bars and I was like, should I go in? And I kind of gauged the situation. Didn't look promising. Also, I want to save my energy. We're going to Pride tomorrow. So I have my cut waters. I famously puke every time I have one, so let's pray I don't. But you know, I want to get lit at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So we will see with that. But yeah, want to save my energy. I'm a little mad at myself. I didn't pack any of my fun clothes. So no feathers, no sequins. I'm just gonna have to rely on straight up boobies. But yeah, I went to Wonderland in Ocean Beach. It's right on the water. So my first course, I had guacamole and a margarita. It was really good. Guacamole was mid, margarita was great. But I was like, the sun sets at 7:58. I need to stay here until 7:58. And luckily, I had a few more margaritas throughout the night. Then I had some kind of IPA. I don't really love beer. So it sounded good, but eh. And she messed up and gave me another margarita, so that was good. And then I had coconut crusted chicken fingers. That was good as hell. So that carried me through to sunset. And at Wonderland, it's a 270-degree view of the ocean. And luckily I got a seat on the perimeter, but towards the end, a first date sat next to me. So I was like, ooh, listening to all the conversation. Literally, that man was sitting in my lap. I was closer to him than he was to his date. I'll tell you right now, they're gonna fuck tonight but never speak again. I have a good gauge for this kind of stuff. But it was kind of fun listening to what other people talk about on first dates. Giving me some ideas, you know, when I actually have the motivation to talk to a man and not have greasy hair. That'll never happen. Good morning. After a series of misfortune with the car, with my foot, the toilet, I decided to cut my own bangs this morning, and I said, what could go wrong? And you know what? Nothing did. They look really good. So at least one good thing has happened to me. So it is 9:55. We were supposed to meet, there's a plane landing on my head. We were supposed to meet in Hillcrest, the neighborhood, at 10. I'm still having my 9:30 a.m. margarita. It is Pride. This is what I could come up with. I was gonna do an Old Navy denim dress, no bra, just tied up boobs, but I think that would show my sweat a lot. And I'm like, this has, you know, a little pop of color. If I had known Pride was in July in San Diego, you know me. My closet is full of sequins, feathers, rainbows, the works. Had I had time to prepare, the costume closet would have gotten a few visits. But you know what? Take what you can get. Maggie did send a picture. She's bejeweled, she has paint, the works. I'm like, I am severely underdressed, but you know what? This is what you're gonna get. We're gonna have fun. I'm drinking a margarita at 10 a.m. So now I'll say, what could go wrong? Reporting back to you that my Uber was $30. I need to remind myself that no one invites me to their wedding, so I do have an open budget for fun stuff, but $30. Ugh. Also, yes, my brother is a very cultured person. There is framed art all over the place, but he also has dogs playing poker in his living room.
What day is today? Today's Saturday, Monday. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel my poker game tonight. I know.
It's so brilliant.
I know. Yes. Adorable.
Good morning. So today I'm doing something a little different. Never even thought of doing this before. I'm getting cryotherapy. So I'm gonna stand in a giant freezer like Austin Powers. So this is through ClassPass. It's only 5 credits and I have 46 right now. So might as well use them up. My cousin Maggie did this last week and she really liked it. So I figured why not try something new and different. Let's go get frozen. Okay, nice and easy. I'm still thawing out. So when I read the reviews, it's like, oh, the guy comes in there with you and watches your first time. And you have to get down to basically your bra and underwear. And you could probably wear shorts if you wanted to. And I'm not opposed to being in my bra and underwear in front of a stranger, but it's not my number one wish list item. I'll avoid it if I can. So luckily, he didn't even mention him staying in there. He's like, okay, you're good. And he walked out. So they have gloves, a face mask, hat, you know, earmuffs. They also had headphones. You can listen to music while you're in there. So basically you step into the first part of the refrigerator to get your body used to it. Then you actually step into the freezer. Minimum 2 minutes, maximum 5. I made it to 4. So very proud of myself. The whole time I was just pretending I was on the MTV challenge, because I feel like there's definitely been ones where they're in some kind of freezer. So I was just pretending I was on the challenge, and I made it to 4. At around 2.5, I'm like, I could get out, but I wanted to see how long I could last. And it's a good thing I wore the face mask, because you could literally feel your boogers freezing. So it was legit cold. Like I said, I'm still thawing out. So very cool experience. I would probably do it again for the 5 credits on ClassPass. The benefits and whatever are on my phone, but it's like reduces cellulite. Ooh, sure, Jan. But it's like can help relieve a hangover. Good to know. I'm not hungover right now, but it says it can burn 800 calories. Again, sure, Jan. But like that had a bunch of other like little things. You're like, why not? Why not? I did it for the Austin Powers joke of it all, but like a different thing to try. Okay, so I'm getting a late start to my Saturday. I slept at Maggie's. The AC was too glorious to pass up. I'm going to Balboa Park today. It's around noon, so is it really that much of a late start? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like if I don't start my day at 8 a.m., I've lost half a day. But I intended to just walk around and get lunch anyways, so going at lunch is the perfect time to go. I actually put on a cute outfit. This is from Abercrombie last year. My bra is hanging out. I have sunscreen on, but I have more sunscreen in my purse. I do have my like geriatric shoes on just because of the toe. You know, I gotta account for some room. So I had cute sandals to go with this, but not today. Maggie also gave me her San Diego Zoo pass. However, it's in her name, so she also gave me her ID. So I'm just gonna wear big sunglasses and hope no one notices. But we'll see if I end up there. Animals kind of bum me out. So I don't know if I'll go to the zoo, but we'll definitely do Balboa today. I got the Phantom of the Opera playing an opera behind me, but Balboa Park is very big. There's a lot to do. There's museums, botanical gardens. I'm gonna look for a restaurant. I'm so hungry, so that's my first order of business. The loud opera finally stopped, but yeah, just gonna explore for today. Nothing is must see, you know, so I'll just happen upon things. Food is gonna have to wait. I saw the Japanese Friendship Garden basically 10 steps after I said that, so I paid $14 and now we're here. It's so cute. I'm only like 15 steps in, so I'm gonna explore the rest, but I already saw a koi pond with like a giant yellow fish, like obviously the orange fish, which you're accustomed to seeing in a koi pond, but a giant yellow one. I'm like, imagine seeing that when you're swimming. I would freak out, but it was so pretty. So I just hit the gift shop. Also, I want to get this waterfall behind me. And I got some Japanese food. So I got seaweed, some really good rice cracker chips, and then obviously you have to end with poke because it's a good palate cleanser. The seaweed was not bad. I didn't film myself because it was very noisy over there. So I might do a voiceover. I might just plop it on here. Seaweed was not bad. Couldn't finish the whole thing. I had like 3 slices and then threw it out. Ate the whole thing of chips. Those are amazing. Will buy again. And then these I'm saving for later because I know they're good. So the Japanese snacks were good, but I needed a full meal. Look at me. So I stopped at Panama 66. I literally just came upon it, looked at the menu, and everything looked really good. It was a little weird ordering wise. So we were like waiting with the hostess. What's the male hostess? The host. There we go. And he'd let you in like with your party, then you order, then you find a seat as if you're at a deli and they give you a number and then they find you. And I'm like, I'm alone. I don't want to be like looking for a seat. So luckily when it was my turn, there was a seat at the bar. So I just sat there and ordered like a regular restaurant. Everyone was really nice. The food was really good. I had honey Brussels sprouts and a burger. So good. So that's exactly what I needed. Now I'm just walking around. I'm at the Old Globe Theater. I know they do a lot of out-of-town Broadway productions here. So like Almost Famous did their debut here, then moved to Broadway. The big building I was thinking about before, I'm like, what is that? Okay, like, can you see it? I feel like that building is very famous when people go to San Diego. So I'm gonna find the front of it and get a picture over there. Look how pretty everything is. Makes my garden so bad, even though I can barely take care of myself. So this is the Arts Village. This is so cute. I bet it's really cute at night with like string lights, but I love it. all these little areas around Balboa are so distinct. It kind of reminds me of Disney World, where like there's Fantasyland, Tomorrowland, like very distinct little pockets around here. Okay, an attempt was made at the San Diego Zoo. I'm running away. So they scanned her like premium ticket and they're like, do you have photo ID? And again, Maggie did give me her ID, but I just felt like the jig is up. So I was like, oh no, not today. I switched purses. And then they brought in like a supervisor. They're like, oh, you can go to guest services and answer some questions. And then we'll print out like a temporary ID for you. And I know these questions would literally be like, what's your birthday? That kind of stuff, which I could pass, but I was like, let's not risk it. I do not need to go to zoo jail today. So he like literally walked me to the guest services thing. I was like, oh, just tell me where to go and I'll wait here. He's like, no, I'll walk you to them. And I was like pretending to text. I'm like, my roommate will bring by my ID. I'll go wait in the parking lot. My roommate's coming. So I ran away. It's hot, but I'm sweating even more because breaking zoo protocol gave me such a rush. I'm gonna go get a milkshake, go back to Maggie's and sit in the AC. Oh my God, I'm so wiped from walking around so much. So I'm happy I didn't go in with a plan because I feel like there's so much I didn't even see. Like walking back to my car, I'm like, oh, there's that whole other section. So good to know I can always come back and see something new. But yeah, it's humid. You can see that boob sweat. I am tired. My feet hurt. The works. So it's time to go lie down and watch The Summer I Turned Pretty. Okay, I put on a light face. My hair is a grease ball. So I'm gonna head to my last OB farmer's market for now. The past 2 times I went, I was sweating like a pig. So I'm going in as little clothes as possible, no bra, so this better not pop off, although it'll be very popular if it does. I am so hungry. Like my healthy food was very good, but knowing that there's food trucks and slop just blocks away, and I know I'm gonna get these cookies that I've gotten every time. So like thinking about cookies for the past like 5-6 hours, like I'm ready to go. So let's go. Okay, so it's my last couple minutes in San Diego, but I realized I never told you like a huge story, and I feel like this always happens at the end of a vacation or at the end of a trip with me. After I left the farmer's market, I went down to the end of Newport and I sat on the ledge on the beach, you know, looking at the sunset, and everyone does, so it was kind of packed. But I found a space next to this older couple. Definitely tourists. They were like dressed nice, but I sat down next to them and started eating my pad thai. Okay, the next thing I know, people are screaming, the old man's going backwards. So I'm just thinking old man losing his balance, falling backwards. The wife is screaming. So his eyes had rolled into the back of his head, like fainting, stroke, I don't know. Thank God on the other side of him, standing and watching the sunset, was an ICU nurse. Okay, this all happened at once. He's falling. A guy in a baseball like gear runs up and gets behind him and holds him up. ICU nurse has a baby strapped to her. She's unstrapping the baby, like also tending to this man. As she's unstrapping the baby, I go, I'll take your baby. Also, while this is happening, the wife is trying to call 911 and she's screaming, and I go, stop! I'll call 911, you're hysterical. So I'm holding a baby, calling 911, he's getting like tended to. The ICU nurse's sister runs over and takes the baby, like from me, because I'm a fucking stranger. And you know, all this is happening, the nurse is taking his vitals. I then hop in front because he's like, whoa, and it's a little ledge. You would probably, if he fell, fall like 4 feet. But I get down on the beach and I'm holding him, and then I start doing like a stroke test on him. Because most of my family members are falling apart, I now know how to do that. So we're all like EMTs in the moment, checking his vitals. He comes to, so he didn't die. Because for a second there, I'm like, if this old man dies right next to me, that's such a Shannon story. But thankfully, he came to. Naturally, as I'm telling a crazy story, my camera died. So the old man didn't, but my camera did. I ran over to wave down the paramedics, get them, you know, they put him on a stretcher. He's fine, he's up, he's talking. I want to attribute this to the heat in San Diego on Wednesday. Like, I was wearing as little clothes as possible and I was melting. And he was in like a golf polo and khaki. So like, and he's old, and I feel like the heat affects older people differently. But also, like an hour before that, as I was walking around the farmer's market, a young woman, I would say maybe like 23 years old, she's on the ground. She's like awake, but she's like, ah! And all her friends are like, ah! so like she had also like fainted. So something was happening. Anyways, he's getting taken out on the stretcher. Me, the nurse, and the baseball guy were like, "Hola!" And as he's getting taken to the stretcher, I watch his wife turn and take one more picture of the sunset and then walk away with him. And I was like, girl, your husband almost died. But at least he would have saw a nice sunset as he went. But it was just a very crazy Wednesday night. After that happened, there was a drum circle right next to me, as there usually is on Wednesdays. So I sat and watched that. People were dancing, going crazy. I'm like, oh, I would love to feel that free for once. And probably it's just like really good drugs. But maybe one of these days when I don't have a giant purse and I was carrying cookies and brownies, maybe one day I will join a drum circle. That'll be on my next San Diego bucket list. So when I come back in September, drum circle. Anyways, I will wrap it up here. Packing up, cleaning up, gonna go to Maggie's. We're gonna have one last Miller night, and then I leave tomorrow. I just really miss Betty. I'm so excited to see Betty. It's been 2 months. But yeah, I feel like a lot of misfortunate things happened to me, but you can't scare me away. I will be back, San Diego.